you guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor. And today, I was like, you know, let's do a fun video. Enough exposing for right now. Let's just do a fun video and just ask the people, what do you guys think is the reigning show on Zeus Network right now? I have two shows that a lot of people be eating up. You got the Baddies and you have JOSELIN'S Cabaret. And I feel like some days people like Baddies more, some days people like the Cabaret more. So I figured let's just compare and contrast the two. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for all the love and support you guys send my way. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get started with this video. It's the war of supreme in content on Zeus Network. Baddies versus JOSELIN'S Cabaret. I haven't seen a good war like this since WWE versus WCW. So first, let's start with Baddies. Now, Baddie was a concept that was dropped on us in 2020. It all started with Miss Natalie Nunn and the other BGC girls. I done told that story 100 times. We won't get into that. But it started with Baddies ATL in 2020. A lot of people don't count that season because it wasn't the best. It literally felt like one big fever dream. That was when you had Sarah, Judy, Sydney, and them. And it felt like we were just seeing the behind the scenes. This is leading up to the business meeting of what Baddies is supposed to be. But it just wasn't executed the best on Baddies ATL. However, Baddies figured out whatever kinks and nicks was going on, and they came back full steam with Baddies South. And it's like you just had to be there when that promo dropped. Baddies South was the season that had a lot of people like invested, like, what is this? Okay, this look cute, this look fun, this look fresh. And then people trying to locate and see where that little pink Baddies bus was headed. It was a time. It established its brand of, okay, this is Baddies. And it was a cute season. I feel like Baddies South is the peak of Baddies. Especially this moment right here in particular. Like, we're gonna get
you threw a water bottle at me last night for no reason. Ma'am.
She not talking to me, like, she talking to you, she not talking to me.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you. What's up? What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? What's up?
Eat her ass, beat that bitch. I'm not gonna jump her, and y'all not gonna tag team nothing. Bitch, if you got a problem, what's up? Like, handle your issue with me. What I say? Like, what's the issue?
And then after Baddies South, it was so popular that everybody wanted to be a Baddies. And then we got to Baddies West. And Baddies West was a good season with, you know, Stunner Girl. And what's on your mind, Krishan?
What's on your mind, Krishan? I feel the same way you feel.
I feel like Baddies South and Baddies West was peak Zeus. Now, where I feel like they started to fall off a little bit, Baddies East. Baddies East just had a lot going on. And I feel like since Baddies East, I just been watching one big, long Baddies episode. It doesn't really feel like nothing is new or different. It's just been going. I don't know where they at on the compass at this point. Especially Baddies Caribbean. I think Baddies Caribbean is like the pure example of quality versus quantity. You got all these people on this show, but it still don't equate to like a good episode or a good season. From fighting and being mad over a cheap Baddies chain to, you know, showing these replacements options, which that was the biggest confusion thing for me. You're a replacement. That means we're only supposed to see you when some girl goes home, and then we introduce the next girl into the house, and it's like, hello, I am Nunu. I'm gonna be the new girl on the house. I'm excited to see the girls. What sense does it make to be like, oh, these are the replacements, but then they coming along with us on the cast. They coming along to the house meeting. They coming along to the activities. I'm not supposed to see these replacements. At this point, they own the show. They on the cast. If they still fighting and getting at, you're not a replacement. You're only supposed to see when Slim and Dia and them went home, and which I'll say that for in the video. But when they went home, then we're supposed to see the next two that come in. Yeah, they just had these girls here. Just hey, they're not I don't know. It was weird. And as the repetitiveness grows, interest is losing fast. And a lot of eyes is on just because a lot of people want to be a part of it. But I feel like what really started throwing a wrench in the Baddies franchise is them auditions. I don't know if y'all seen the Baddies Midwest auditions, but from what I saw on Twitter, it was disgusting. It was horrible.
What's up? Handle that for me. Wait.
And And people have been calling out the audition process since like Baddies West. I know some people's like, can you put your thoughts on the Baddies Midwest audition? But I'm like, you know, just go back and watch my Baddies East audition video. It's literally the same thing. But it's growing more grotesque. You got a lot of these young women, young black women coming up to these auditions and they're getting themselves in unnecessary fights that don't mean nothing because, yeah, you get a ticket, but as you can see, the cast is already pre-planned. And then Zeus be playing in y'all face real bad, showing y'all that they don't care about the audition process because they don't even let the process, like they don't even let the episodes air. They'll be like, oh, the audition come and air part 1. Oh yeah, this the cast. And it's like, dang, could you at least pretend like y'all was gonna cast somebody? Like they do pick a select few of the audition, but you don't even, you know, like we don't see the audition to know who the audition picked me. These girls kissing each other in lewd environment.
Look to the bitch next to you, and I need y'all to make out with each other right now. Make out. Because if you're a baddie, you about being sexy. Let's go. I like that.
Got these girls doing some crazy stuff, and I'm looking at some of these girls like, now it takes 2 to tango. Y'all know y'all don't need to be on no Baddies. You need to be on American Idol. It's this one really pretty girl that's about to be on Baddies Midwest, but she's like a basketball player. I'm like, girl, you need to go be courtside with Angel Reese. You don't need to be on no Natalie Nunn Baddies. But I had to remind myself, I feel like Baddies is really the only thing that a lot of young black women have to express their talent for exposure. We don't really have a lot of shows somewhere for like, if you're just a fun, sexy, low-key girl. We don't have Are You the One, The Real World, America's Next Top Model. You gotta duke it out for your life. And that's what I feel like is throwing the repetitive in Baddies. You're clicking, but you're clicking down. Auditions give people the side eye, and then the storyline is so drawn out. One fight could last 3 episodes. I'm not exaggerating. And the tide on social media is like Baddies is getting booming. I feel like this is when Baddies have their big pop. When the cast is announced, everybody's like, oh my God. Then they anticipate for the first episode. But then after the first episode, but then they get their pop again when it's a fight. But then eventually the fights get, you know, it's not that good. So then next thing they have to get you with is the reunion trailer. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Tasiki eat somebody. And then it's on to the next season. It's a repetitive process at this point. I think with Baddies, the anticipation is better than the actual thing. However, the aesthetic of Baddies East sounds good. Cute girls getting together for a couple of weeks, chasing the bag, getting a couple drinks, looking pretty, going to club appearances. A lot of people want to be Baddies, and Baddies is more mainstream. You know, Natalie Nunn and Scotty, they popping out at the Med concert. That's Baddies. Enough for Baddies. Let's talk about the Cabaret. Now, the Cabaret, well, I remember the Cabaret back in 2020. It started with JOSELIN'S Cabaret Miami. And this is gonna be her long-awaited return to reality TV. You know, she had just left Love and Hip Hop, cussed out Monica Scott Young. She was like, I'm done with y'all. So this is supposed to be like, okay, JOSELIN'S back. And I remember it started off at Miami with Lucky and Safari and them.
Question me about fighting for you? You don't question no boss, bitch. I thought that I really could do the Cabaret with you and her. But you threw that out, bitch. You threw her opportunity away. Because now I don't trust her because you threw all your opportunity away because, bitch, I don't need y'all. I could do a Cabaret without y'all. So you better think about what you questioned me tonight when I got into a fight because of you. It
was a cute season, and it had that little WeTV deal, so they was airing JOSELIN'S Cabaret on WeTV. But the first season, it was alright. Now the second season, that was peak JOSELIN'S Cabaret.
You gotta do everything, any and everything to make it, you know, every situation, including twins, you feel me, to better yourself because I do want to leave you. But
Twins?
Twins.
Yeah, double homicide.
Bitch.
Who you coughing at? Oh shit. Who you coughing at? When I was talking, she started coughing. Bitch, like I'm some type of fucking germ. Who you coughing at? I thought you weren't coughing at me.
Like, damn.
You ain't even let me talk.
Come right here, baby. I need you to come right here. No! I need you to come right here. I need you to come right here. Get me over this shit. Get her out of the house. You go to your room. But you, let me tell you something. Do you understand what I'm saying? No! Get her out of here. You know what? Go to your room.
That, I'm not gonna lie, season 2 was my favorite. Season 2 had everybody invested because you want to know who was gonna get a spot in this Cabaret. Who was gonna be them 4 girls to get picked, and then who was gonna get them $10,000. Like that final elimination when Yummy turned on Natural and then hit her with her shoe, and Joss was like, don't let her lose your moment. Like, you just had to be there.
Would not make the cut. So you can go back there.
But the season 2 reunion, you know, it ended bad. You know, Sapphire, Big Lex, Lucky, they all left, went to Now That's TV. They was sick of how Jocelyn was talking to them, and then a lot of people was like, yeah, I'm kind of sick of how Jocelyn talking to them girls too. But people were just very invested in this, that. It was like America's Next Top Model, but for strippers. That's the whole point of Jocelyn's Cabaret. We're seeing just some real, raw strippers, dancers get together, and you're seeing a reflection of what it's like to be in the strip club area. We may fight, we may argue when we get into it, but it's supposed to be like a bonding experience, because at the end of the day, you still gotta hit that stage. Now, season 2 of Jocelyn's Cabaret was the how. But season 3 was when it started to, Because season 3 was the season that pissed everybody off. Everybody was sick of how Jocelyn was treating them. Everybody was sick of how Jocelyn was talking to these girls any type of way. They was like, do you want strippers, do you want dancers, or do you want yes men?
First of all, I told y'all, hold on. I told y'all hoes at the reunion, if y'all hoes ever try me again, what I was gonna do to y'all hoes. Right. If any one of y'all hoes try me, I don't care how big it is, if you try me, she start laughing at me. And I'm looking at this big goofy ass EJ Johnson looking ass bitch like, bitch, I'll knock your fucking ass out. If you try me, 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 I'm y'all hoes up. Straight up like that.
People also hated how Jocelyn was treating Chanel. They felt like Chanel was getting bullied. They felt like she was getting mistreated, you know, throwing apples on her. That's a bit excessive.
Want to throw something at you? No, I know. She working for me or him? For you. So what the is she doing, bitch?
Not honest like that. You have to be strong enough to take it, because I don't think that she said anything to hurt me, even though it did hurt me. Cause I can't. And this.
And what pissed everybody off was that season 3 reunion.
Where y'all bitches at? Y'all hoes want to run your dick suckers all motherfucking night.
Oh, that reunion just felt so dark, so sinister, so evil. I'm like, why y'all jumping all these girls? And then, you know, that situation with Amber, Ballistic had jumped in the fight, pulled her hair. She was suing Zeus Network and she was suing Jocelyn.
K Capri swung on Jocelyn. I snuck in. Bow! She hit the floor. Soon she hit the floor, Ballistic rushed me out of nowhere. Cut up my toes cut up and everything.
Now, last time I checked, she was gonna sue, but she also dropped the lawsuit. So I wonder if they settled out of court, or, you know, Zeus was like, chill, you know? A lot of people's on Amber's side, and a lot of people saying like, yeah, this is ridiculous. This is a mess. Like, you putting these girls out there, you know, they look to you, and then here you are treating them like this. And honestly, I thought it had got canceled after season 3 because it took a really long hiatus. And I thought, you know, because of the lawsuit or whatever with Amber, it got canceled, and they just wasn't dealing with it. By this time, Baddies was really like getting a little, So I was like, I don't think nobody really checking for the Cabaret no more. But after a while, you know, we did actually get a season 4 of Jocelyn's Cabaret. Now, season 4 was in New York. I don't really remember what happened season 4. Well, season 4 was the season that birthed Dua Cha Cha. Even though Dua Cha Cha been out, it got repopularized because of that dance. Everybody wants to do that little dance. So that's what season 4 produced. But what I do remember is that's when all the OGs came back, like Natural, Daisy, Lucky. All the girls who was like, oh, Jocelyn is treating me so bad and I can't stand Jocelyn and I'll never work for Jocelyn again. They came back. And I'm like, oh, you reneged. Yeah, once you renege, I don't really have no sympathy for you. It's like, okay, you first time, okay, I got your back. Second time, okay, you know what you going back into, right? Okay. Now, season 4 was the season where, you know, she got rid of Raven and Diamond, and we thought Raven and them was done.
No, make her tell. Because I literally had somebody die literally the other day. I'm in my family. But look. I miss a few. Unless you got on the phone with me. I'm not doing this. No, you're not doing what? I'm not doing this. You won. You don't tell the truth, I'm gonna slap you. Why are you gonna slap me? No, bitch, whatever you say. Say okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say, man.
We got introduced to Andrea and Danny, 2 new lapdogs, and now a lot of people cannot stand them. Side note, I do kind of think Danny, like, you're just like in the wrong scenery, because she really do give me like, you know, you just sitting out right now, but you want to go hiking or some stuff like that. Like, you really just was, this is really just survivor mode. Like, I feel like she could really be cool, nice people. You just, you know, in the wrong environment. But anyways, season 4 happened in New York, and I was like, okay, that's it. I don't think it's coming back for I don't think really nobody really checking for Jocelyn Cabaret anymore. However, I was shocked because I saw that a season 5 of Jocelyn's Cabaret was coming out and it was gonna be in Texas. But I was like, nobody's checking for that. Ain't nobody gonna be watching that. It's gonna flop. And it got Envy Erica on there. And every time I kept seeing that girl, I was like, I know her from somewhere. And it finally clicked. I was like, that's that girl who was on that season of The Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles. I was like, I know she looked familiar. I saw the trailer. I was like, but I was like, I'm not gonna check it out. It wasn't until one of my followers was like, you should really check it out. I think you may like it. And I had some time. I said, okay. here's the thing. I started watching and I kind of kikied a little bit. I kind of laughed. It was kind of funny.
Auditions was y'all should have worked just as hard as all of us to put y'all shaking some little at the pool party does not deserve you a spot here in Jocelyn's Cabaret season 5. That little got us here. She look a mess. I did. It was bad. You look horrible doing that dance. No, it was bad. Why you came out here? Thought I had it. All right. Scared.
It's still going on now, but you know, from the 2 episodes I saw, of course I enjoy seeing Wet Wet back, even though, you know, Wet Wet not here no more.
The J.
Bitch, stop playing with me, bitch.
I wasn't even trying
to. Why?
That moment was funny, but it wasn't funny at the same time because, first of all, I don't think Wet Wet was meaning anything harm when she was dusting her. But Jocelyn ain't have to pull that girl and hit her, but Wet Wet face. That's not funny. Cause you know, I like Wet Wet. I gotta go get me a Wet Wet shot glare, but I do think Wet Wet, you know, that first episode when she was screaming and such, all Wet Wet had to do was just be quiet. But Andrea and Danny, they getting beat up and Andrea sending her confessional. I ain't know the girl was left-handed. And Jocelyn is saying she's sober this season, and so far they're really trying to focus on them trying to get this dance down. So I guess in that sense, it's kind of refreshing for newer viewers who are just like, okay, this is why I started liking Jocelyn's Cabaret in the first place. You know, it was funny. I don't feel like I'm watching anything forced. This is how y'all really are, and I'm just watching, this is a day in the life of the strip club. This is how y'all give it up. It's funny. So, to wrap that up, this is how I feel. I feel like Baddies and Jocelyn, they just been doing this one big game of switching tide. Put my producer cap on. What I mean by that, I think at some point people be like, oh yeah, Jocelyn is better than Baddies. But then when they get sick of them or Jocelyn make them bad, yeah, Baddies is better than Jocelyn and then blah, 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 blah. That's what you have to understand, you know, people just like to complain. People just like to be indifferent. Every side want to have their side heard. You know, you see this firsthand, everybody be like, I'm canceling Zeus. You ain't canceling no Zeus. But people just like to be indifferent. People like to be on a different side. And I think when they get bored or tired of Jocelyn antics, Baddies come in and they're like, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I like this. See, Jocelyn be doing too much. But then when you focus your attention on Baddies too long, you realize, oh, this is not no better. Like Natalie, them, they getting on my nerves. They all doing the same thing. You see a drawn out season of Baddies East, Baddie Caribbean for 6 months, you get sick of them. And then here comes some fresh. Here comes some new. Like Jocelyn's Cabaret. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. I just need to see a couple girls, you know, just trying to do this, do a cha-cha dance. Baddies and them, they get on my nerves. I just need to see a little do cha-cha. And that's what I think the Cabaret is at right now. Final thoughts, I think Baddies, it's just more so for them teenagers, them high schoolers, even though y'all not supposed to be watching Baddies, but I wasn't supposed to be watching BGC in high school. And the Cabaret is more so for, I don't want to say older, but more, you know, if you used to watch Love and Hip Hop back in the day, it's more yours. That's shit, watch that. Natalie personality is more copy and paste force. You know, it just seems like, girl, you an internet meme. You just regurgitate what you see.
Dear Baddie Gods, I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and throwing hands. And dear Baddie God, I just want everyone to know the twerk-offs were amazing. And you did your big one. Bow your head, Cynthia. And everybody, look to your neighbor and slap the shit out of that bitch.
Jocelyn's personality is more made for TV, what you see is what you get, like.
Who the fuck is Jigsaw? And why is everybody writing Jigsaw? Jigsaw.
They're calling me
Who is Jigsaw?
Me. Okay, they're calling me.
Why y'all writing? Oh my God. Why would y'all write Jigsaw?
That is
Who the fuck is that? K.
Yeah.
K. Why would they give you that name?
I don't know.
Baddies is more, we think we bad. We're being bad. Cabaret is where you're gonna see more of just some raw girls, some real raw girls. We here. So I think it all depends on your vibes, and it really just depends on which season you catch. But what do you think? Which side are you on? Are you on Baddie Shout It Clyde, or are you on Do a Cha Cha? Put all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys for more videos. Bye. Hello, this is Malik Taylor from Memphis, Tennessee, and I think that's just kind of the unfortunate event it is to being famous. A lot of people don't know how to respect celebrities' privacy. It's kind of unfortunate that people would invade her space, but congratulations to the marriage.
Yeah, they seem happy. I mean, that's most important.